Good to see you, Well, I should let you see me, I guess. My my hair, my hair. Okay, who cares? I haven't really done my hair yet, so I'm
Hi, you look lovely.
hi. Um, yeah, I'm doing really well, getting better, better and better.
Yay!
Yeah, it's been almost a year. Can you believe it?
Oh,
Ah!
man, you're amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, if you saw, well, can you see my bowl of watermelon? Wait a minute.
Um,
Yeah, I'm so bad at stuff like this. Maybe not.
that's
I'm
so
I'm a
great
bad,
though.
I'm a bad camera person. Okay. Anyway, it's a huge, huge, huge bowl. I've been eating it, and my golden retriever is right here begging. She's
Oh,
hooked on her now. Sorry. Okay, so I have a person I'm helping with Purium, and she is on a very, very tight budget. So right now she's just on Epigenius, and she's pregnant.
mhm.
So she said, "What can I do on a really tight budget that's really important to support my pregnancy?" I go,
Mhm.
"Okay." So I'm asking.
Oh, I love it. We have a great pregnancy blog that Dave wrote. I can send that over. Um, And so, yeah, but the Epigenius is great. The fruit and veg, you could just do like the green spectrum or the biofruit. Um, Let me pull that up for you because there's some really great recommendations on there. Good to see you and congratulations. I mean, those of you that don't know, Michelle has been through an incredible journey transforming chronic pain, and I'm just so proud of you because that was my journey, and you're done amazing.
Yeah, it has not been an easy year, uh,
Hmm.
but I feel like I've actually turned a corner.
Amazing.
Yep, really amazing to me. How like I was having so much pain going down my legs in the last month,
Mm.
and I'm doing that. I'm still doing the protocol, I'm still following through. Uh, but I added something, and I'm not going to take the time here, but it's a frequency device, and it puts out terahertz. And I've been using it on my back, and within 2 weeks, the back pain is minimal, and the burning has stopped in my legs.
That's great. Oh, that's
I'm
great.
actually so diet and frequency medicine.
Yep,
It's amazing.
I love it. Well, you look great. And yeah,
Thank you.
I'll send that pregnancy blog over. We have for like, and tonight Dave is doing on fertility, a call on fertility with Purium. So anyone is welcome to come to that. And it's going to be incredible for helping families, people that want to get pregnant. But then we have a blog that talks about, conception all the way to first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, post-pregnancy. Um, and one simple thing she could add on a budget is the chlorella, or the super aminos or the biofruit.
How
Hmm.
about ionic elements?
Um, I'll have to double check on that. Those are really remineralizing, so that's great. Um, but yeah, I would probably do something simple like maybe the chlorella tablets.
Okay.
Hmm.
Will you see the information from Dave's
Hmm.
site?
Yes. Yeah, I'll drop that. And
I will be gone tonight, and I will miss Dave's call, but I'm sure, will there be a replay or something available?
yes, there will be a replay.
Okay. I'm going to get that, and maybe I can send that over to my person, my
Yeah,
friend.
that would be great.
All
There's
right.
good resources. Okay, good.
Love seeing you, girl. I love you in hats.
Thank you. Love seeing you too. So happy for you.
Love you.
Love you. Hi, Lori.
I'm muted, but I'm looking at an email that I got from a teammate here. So, sorry, 1 second, Rita.
That's okay.
Uh, okay, so a few weeks ago, she asked about a parasite treatment for her kids.
Mhm.
And Carrie mentioned Purium's In Focus,
Mhm.
as well as BioBraze Happy and Calm. Her kids are 2.5 and 7. And she said, she thinks that Carrie said that the kids should have In Focus and Calm. However, when she looked it up, she noticed that Happy is more of a parasite cleanse than Calm is.
Mhm.
Is there a reason she shouldn't give them Happy?
I don't know anything about Happy. I can't speak to it. I mean, this is
Okay,
really for support for people doing their 40J transformation.
okay.
Um, but the Kids in Focus is amazing for calming and supporting the nervous system.
Mhm.
So that's really supporting like the adrenal glands and the nervous system. And then the super cleanser is our, parasite cleanse, and that can be done based on weight. Um, and then, just cleaning up the internal terrain. So adding in like the biofruit and the green spectrum, that really supports a healthy internal terrain to get those healthy microorganisms. Um, and then the biomedic also really supports the healthy organisms in the body and repopulates the gut microbiome diversity. And when we have that healthy gut microbiome diversity, and you support that internal terrain, that's going to change what's happening, whether it's healthy organisms or not. Um, but yeah, this space is really meant for the 30-day transformation support.
I understand that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um, and then I have a personal question. I am on the 30-day transformation and I have like these clumps in my hair. And I brush them out, but they're just not brushed, and it's like clumps that stay. It's like debris or something, and I don't really use a lot of shampoo. If I do, it's like once a week, and it's Dr. Brown's or whatever
Uh-huh.
stuff. So have you ever heard of that? Do you have any recommendations? I mean, it's just like these clumps, and I just can't. We tried apple cider vinegar to get it out, and that didn't work.
That's interesting. And it's not like it's just tangled. Does it feel like it's kind of dandruff or?
Yeah, it's like some kind of buildup
Okay.
is in it.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a really good question. When the brain is detoxing, um, then our body starts to eliminate through the skin. And that anytime we're detoxing from the head, it can be kind of like dandruff or something else going on. So I would really work to get those kidneys filtering and support yourself with the biofruit, support yourself with the tart cherry juice. And I'd also add in the Reviva All. Have you taken that before? So the Reviva All, Dave formulated that to help with brain and nervous system regeneration and brain and nervous system detoxification. And on average, it takes about 7 years for people to be able to detox their brain to get to that point. But whereas this, you're starting to detox it right away. So that's good. But if you are having that, that's just showing that there is lymphatic congestion in the head region. And then when is the last time that you got to do the super cleanser? Or when do you do your 11-day?
I do it every 20 days.
Okay,
So
awesome. That's
I'm
great.
just on the schedule. Honestly, I don't remember what day I'm on right now, but I know it's
Yeah,
not
that's
during that day. Um,
Yeah, so I would, see if you can. I like that you're doing the apple cider vinegar. See if you can just do some deeper cleansing, get some sweating going, like getting in a sauna, um, and see if there's anything else that you can put on there topically, to kind of just help pull. Even if you did like some castor oil and then really rinsed that out and washed that out well.
have you ever tried baking soda? That was something else that we saw. We haven't done it yet, but
No, that's a good idea. Yeah,
would
you
that
could
be a
try
good
that.
idea?
You could try that for sure.
Okay. I'm just like, I just want my hair back.
Oh, and then the hair, skin, and nails, if you can take that, that's amazing.
Okay. Would
Mm.
you say do that kind of with our budget right now? Would you say do that over the Revive It All? Or would you say,
I would
what do you think?
say start with the Revive It All and then do the hair, skin, and nails next.
Okay.
Like the following month. And then also if you're, making sure you're getting plenty of vitamin C in there, either from your biofruit or vitamin C, it'll help to
Yeah,
clear that
I
lymph
just
as well.
started taking the C by Nature or whatever,
Great.
and I've been doing 9 of them a day because
Awesome.
it said they can do up because I did have COVID back in December.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I would just
To,
do I forget what the recommended amount is on there.
they say 9 capsules.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
That's
do
great.
that and just spread it out. And
hmm
okay,
And you can
I
even
don't feel
empty them out into your smoothie if you don't want to do capsules.
okay. And you can't really get too much vitamin C, can you? I mean, and it's food.
Not from like the whole food vitamin C, but I would just listen to your body. And if you feel like reducing it or cutting it back, then you can. What I love about this program is it trying to help people get as intuitive as possible and listening to their bodies and what their body needs.
What would be some signs that maybe my body's saying I'm having too much or
Um, that's a good question. I mean, maybe just eliminating a lot. But since it is just all whole foods, I think it's going to be great and supportive and just, supporting those antioxidants.
and then can I ask one more question if
hmm
that's okay?
Yeah,
I've been having a lot of cramping in my legs too.
you've been having a lot of cravings.
Cramping in my legs.
Oh, cramping.
Yeah.
I would just make sure you're getting enough magnesium. Whole food magnesium, like the ionic elements, is great for that. Bananas, coconut water.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then sorry, I thought of one more.
Okay.
Um, we are just we're dwindling on our epigenia on our shakes right now. So I've been doubling up on the aminos because we have a lot of that. Is it
Mhm.
okay if I do 15 aminos a day and then one Epigenius Kid shake?
Yeah, that's great. Dave does 30 aminos a day, and it's, they're just highly absorbable. So,
Okay. So, and that's enough protein intake and all that stuff.
hmm
Okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah,
Thank
good
you.
questions. Hi, Julie. Oops, you're on mute.
Hi, Rita. Question for you. It's actually for a new customer who just started this week, and she's having a hard time giving up coffee.
Mhm.
So we just trying to just try to like ease into it, um, so she doesn't get headaches. I think she got a headache the first day.
Mhm.
What if she were still drinking coffee? She's
Yeah,
like, what about why? Like, basically,
you're cutting out a little bit.
oh, sorry. I was explaining to her how acidic it is
Mhm.
and it would be best to eliminate it. But do people ever still like continue with it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a personal choice. And so if they are wanting to, maybe support their adrenal glands, a good option for that is the Be Energetic to help with that energy.
And
Or,
she is on that too.
great. And is she on the Can't Beat This?
No, but that
That
would be
could,
a good option, wouldn't it?
that'd be a good one just to give her that energy and that oxygen, and to really support, yeah, just that cellular energy. And for people with coffee, I never have them go cold turkey if they are pausing on it, because it will create some massive headaches. I have people go from like, whether they're doing 3 cups a day, down to 2 cups a day, down to 1 cup a day, down to a half cup, down to a little shot for a few days, because you just got to really slowly ease off of it. Otherwise, it can be brutal for them. And then but if they want to keep their coffee, that's fine. They could just try reducing it, and adding such things in like the Can't Beat This and the Be Energetic.
Okay. And you said the Can't Beat This is good for energy. And what else did you say?
Yeah, it has amazing herbs in there for your adrenal glands, like rhodiola and cordyceps. It's oxygenating. So, one that can really help clear up our internal terrain. Like a lot of unhealthy bacteria and stuff can't live in an oxygenated environment. But that oxygen, it creates oxygen and cellular energy. And that's what allows for tissue regeneration. So it's also really great for injuries, circulation, those kinds of things, memory.
Memory. Okay, great.
Mhm.
And she's actually decided to go on vacation next week, which I think is supposed to be during the parasite cleanse.
Mhm.
Um, I
She
think it's
can,
okay to still. I mean, I think it's unlikely that she'll be able to go raw. Like, is
yeah.
it still effective if you don't go raw?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah, so she can also bump that parasite cleanse until after she gets back from her vacation, so she can enjoy her vacation a little bit more.
sure.
Because I do try and clean it up as much as possible during that parasite cleanse just to get the most out of it. But it's not like you have to be 100% perfect to get the results. I will just increase it. But yeah, maybe have her just pause on that until she gets back. And then that will be kind of like deeper cleansing after her vacation.
That's a good idea. And then I actually have a question for myself about the parasite cleanse. I'm on like day 7 right now. I've been doing this for a few months, so it's my second one. And I'm just wondering about like spacing out um, the 4 pills. Like because sometimes my day isn't conducive to spreading it out like 12 hours apart. Is that okay if it's like 6 hours apart or
Mhm.
okay?
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, you can do it that way for sure. And sometimes you can, do a lot of people like to separate it in different ways. You could do 2 capsules every couple of hours, or just keep it simple, 4 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon or evening.
Oh, okay. So it's flexible.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
you're welcome. Anybody else have questions
Yes,
or
I have a question.
hi,
Um,
Laura.
my hand is dark, so it's not. Yeah, I should make it lighter, I
Oh,
guess.
you
But
didn't
anyway,
even.
I know it's blended in. Okay, so I'm Loretta Murray. My camera's off now because I haven't changed my hair. So, but anyway, I have a question, and this is just an observation. My the hats that I wear, they like got bigger. Do we lose weight in our head too? And I'm
Mm,
not being funny because I was like, what is going on here? And I kept having to pull it up. And I'm like, I didn't change my hat. I don't know. So do we lose weight in our heads?
That's such a good question. A few things happen. So one, we can lose weight in our face area and our head area. Our bone structure can actually change as well, which is really fascinating. So if you watch somebody transform their diet and if they're previously eating a lot of like standard American food and processed food, and then they move into more fresh fruits and veggies and raw foods, your bone structure actually changes and transform, and your jaw as well. Sarah is also mentioning in there, your jaw actually gets more spacious. So a lot of people that have like their teeth crossed and just not enough space for their teeth, that's actually a symptom of our diet and processed sugar. And then when you add in all of these, raw foods and fresh fruits and veggies and superfoods and herbs, everything starts to shift. And there's this interesting study that somebody did on, what is people's perception of beauty. And it actually has to do with the symmetry of their face between their left side and their right side, and the structure and like the jawline and all of it. And so that actually shifts and transforms with our diet. So it's really cool. My face has gone through so many transformations.
Wow, this is fascinating. I have lost weight in my face, indeed. This is where my weight comes off first, my face, then my chest, then my stomach, and my bottom part of my body. That's the last thing to go always. But my head, that's what I remember what my hair is. That surprised me. And it wasn't my hairstyle. It wasn't, I changed anything. My hat had gotten big to the degree where I had to kept lifting them off lifting them up, my hat, when it was in the winter, and it got frustrating. And I'm like, what is going on here? And I checked my hair and I said, do I have hair loss? Actually, my hair has grown and I get more compliments on it now. But I'll be quiet, but I just wanted to say that because that was just astonishing to me. I'm like, what's happening with my head? Is my brain shrinking? Will I be able to think?
And the other thing is, we start to get rid of inflammation inside of the cells and outside of the cells. So there's intracellular inflammation, which is inflammation inside the cell, and extracellular inflammation, which is inflammation outside of the cell. And as that inflammation goes down, that's going to shift things as well, but it's going to increase that circulation to the brain and, support memory and whenever we're cleaning up the lymphatic system in the brain, that actually is going to improve our cognitive function. So just a few things. That's great. Thanks for your question. I love it.
Another question,
Mm-hmm.
if nobody else is ahead of me. What you're talking about, so I had a thyroid issue, and I watched Carrie's video, and she actually talked about how the structure of the face can change, where like the nose can widen and the eyes can change. And then she was talking about how that will correct itself. So that's what you're referring to. Or that's pretty much what you're referring to?
Yeah, yep.
right?
The bone structure, all of it, like everything, as inflammation goes away, the whole face shifts. So,
Because I feel like I look like my old self.
mm-hmm.
Like, is that how other people feel too? Like actually a younger version of myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my experience as well.
Okay. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank
Hi, Rita.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fairly well. I did start having more headaches. I just got off coffee right at the beginning. And so therefore I had, not really, really bad headaches, but some. You start them usually early in the morning and going till, mid-morning or late morning.
Mm-hmm.
But recently I've been having more, to where the headache is kind of more like I used to have about 12 years ago, where I used to have migraines. And I don't know. I mean, that's kind of my issue right now. So I don't know what you have to say for that. I just haven't been able to. It seems like they're getting somewhat worse. And used to 12 years or 15 years ago, I was having like 2 a week, and I was homeschooling, and and someone was so sweet, did research for me that if I took magnesium, at least 500 milligrams, and calcium and zinc with that, then, it would go away. Well, sure enough, after about a week, I had no more headaches. And then I ran out of that brand. That was Nature Sunshine. I ran out of that brand, and I went down the street to Shackley, and I started having the headaches again.
Mhm.
So whatever was in the Nature Sunshine was working for my body,
Mhm.
and so I've been on that for years. So I'm still actually taking that,
Mhm.
but doesn't seem to be doing the same thing. And I don't know. I was listening a little bit what you said about the headaches. Maybe to take the Can't Beat This or the Be Energetic would help with the headaches.
Yeah, with headaches, I would just explore the Revive It All and
Oh.
the Can't Beat This for that little bit of naturally occurring caffeine in there. And what day are you on?
I've gone through the Cleanse R, and
Okay.
now I'm getting, toward the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you might want to try just like a little sip of caffeine just to see if that doesn't help. But we also have our Zinc Aid, which has vitamin A, vitamin C.
Oh, I'm taking that.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
And Katie Brown's not on here, but she suffered from migraines for over 15 years, really intensively. And after about 90 days on the program, she just stayed consistent. She now hasn't had a headache or a flare up. That might be Katie now, actually. Um, but making sure you're getting plenty of hydration.
Okay.
And see if you can't, check out that Revive It All. And I
Okay.
can't beat this. Hmm.
Okay. And then what time is the call with Dave tonight?
That's tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Okay.
That's going to be an amazing call. Yeah, come check that out.
Yeah.
And then are you having plenty of bowel movements a day?
I am and have, through this entire time. The thing is, I've also taken, along with the calcium, magnesium, and zinc, I had also been doing Calm at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I say at night, I used to take it at night, but now I take it whenever I wake up in the night, whenever it is. And it always has been working to keep my bowels regular.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut back a little bit on it, but I still take it because I've heard all these people on the calls that get constipated, and I don't want to get constipated. So that's kind of what I'm doing in the meantime. Maybe I won't have to have Calm later. I don't know.
Yeah, and constipation, sometimes people get a little constipated on the Biomedic because it's pulling out toxins. And
Huh?
so if anybody ever is dealing with constipation, I just have them cut down on the Biomedic to 2 a day instead of 4 a day. And another thing that, constipation has to do with that gets so overlooked is our adrenal glands. And our adrenals, they sit on top of our kidneys and they help us, cope with stress, but they also create the neurotransmitters that communicate to our gut to have a bowel movement. So the Be Energetic is an amazing adrenal support, and that supports kind of the nervous system element of getting those bowels moving. And then apart from that, it's just making sure you're getting plenty of hydrating foods like your citrus, fresh fruits, things like that.
I've had lots of watermelon.
Great.
I have really enjoyed that because I know
Yeah.
there's a lot of liquid, and so I know that's doing me good. So once I started on the watermelon,
Yeah.
I just eat that a lot. So
Yeah, that's great. And once you kind of really support those bowels and then those adrenals, then the body should move into balance where it's having those regular bowel movements on
okay.
its own.
Without the calm, huh?
Yeah,
So now the adrenals, that's the one, be energetic.
that's the Be Energetic.
Okay.
And you can just take 2 capsules in the morning and it helps with like focus, concentration, helps with joints. There's so many things that the adrenals help
Really?
with. Mhm.
Now, do you keep taking that all along or what?
You take it for about 3 months
Okay.
and then you pause on it. But it
Okay.
goes very complementary with the Revive It All because the Revive It All is the brain and nervous system one, and the adrenals and the brain and nerve. I love working with them together.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, good questions. Great. Any other questions so far? Or wins or celebrations?
Oh, I have something that about the pregnancy. You were
Yeah,
going to send that to that other dear lady, and how can we get that as well?
the blog post on pregnancy.
Mhm.
Let me send it right now. I have it
Okay.
right here. So I'm putting it in the chat.
Okay.
And if you just look up Purium new mothers on Google, it will also show up.
Oh, okay. New mothers.
Yeah.
Okay. That's on YouTube.
It's actually on our Purium blog
Oh,
post.
Miriam blog. I haven't been on that, I guess.
And there's lots of great articles on all different subjects and on the different products.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay, Loretta Murray again.
Hi.
Hi. Real quick, you said I think it was Be Energetic and Revive It All. Those 2 for 3 months only.
The Be Energetic for 3 months and then taking a little pause on it. The Revive It All, 3 months would be a good amount of time on that too. Mhm.
Thank you.
You can take it longer than that. But that Revive It All is amazing formulation for brain and nervous system regeneration and supporting memory, as well as so many other things.
Do you think that Revive It All would be okay for like a 16-year-old?
Yeah, that'd be great, especially because they're studying so much with school and their brains are really active. It will just help with that recovery.
That's what I was thinking, like for focusing, would that help?
Yeah, and also check out the Kids in Focus. That's for adults as well. I take it. That is the most amazing thing I've worked with as far as focus and concentration goes.
And how much do you take?
I just do a full dropper under the tongue a few times a day, or just keep it in my pocket anytime I need to focus. Like if I was a student, I would just keep it in my school bag or my sweatshirt. And anytime I felt like I was getting distracted, you can just take it under the tongue.
Okay, like 3 times a day. So you said,
Mhm.
okay.
Yep.
Is it something that should be avoided like during the evening? Would it keep you awake at night?
The
Or-
Kids in Focus is calming. It'll help you to sleep actually.
Okay.
Mhm.
Amazing. And then will you be able to post this call on
Yeah.
the? Okay, awesome.
Yes, definitely. Hey, Katie.
Hi. So I just came to listen, but now that we're talking about Revive It All. So my son is 10 and he has history of concussions. Is that something that would benefit him? I've read a lot about the cordyceps, but
Yes, yes. This is amazing for concussions or injuries or
Okay.
just supporting those neurotransmitters and like rebuilding those neural pathways. So,
amazing.
yeah,
Awesome.
and I would do the Kids in Focus with him too, just kind of
Okay.
alternate between them
Okay.
for that calming and nervous system relaxing. And
Sure.
I was just sharing a little bit of your story of
Oh,
your
you were?
your transformation just before you hopped on, and then I was like, oh, there's Katie. Do you mind sharing a little
Right.
bit of your migraine story for those to hear.
Yeah. My ears must have been ringing, huh? So, so I started February, well, actually, end of February, beginning of March of last year. I went from standard American diet, 25 years of migraines. Gosh, my last pregnancy 2 years ago, I had probably 3 migraines a week for the first 20 some weeks. And so my heart, like, it was just bad. I did 3 of the ULT back to back, but I was still nursing when I started. So I never did the cleanse-R. And I went all plant-based and really doing like as many fruits and veggies as I could with a plant-based cooked in the evening. And I think it was maybe like 8 months in, maybe it was just like, oh my gosh, I think I'm down about 90%. And it is just like that cumulative getting that stuff out and continuing to support with this nutrition. It's been phenomenal. So now I'm on day 3 of the cleanse-R finally. And I'm just excited. And I feel like it's opening a new door to going deeper and continuing to support. I'm loving all the juices from the juice bar. And I'm incorporating the Revive It All. And I just think that there's something for everyone. So, which is nice. And it's the cleanest you could ever find. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yay. Thank you. I love your story. It's amazing.
Thank you, Rita.
Great. Well, that brings us to the end of our session. Is there any last questions I can help anybody with?
I just have one quick question.
Yeah,
Like after a salad, how long do you have to wait to go back to fruit?
that's a good question. So everybody's digestion's a little bit different, but basically a salad takes for most people around 45 minutes or so to digest. And then you can go back. And I have a habit of doing lots of fresh fruit before I have a meal. So 15, 20 minutes, half an hour before my meal, I'll just eat some fresh fruit so that I'm getting that cellular hydration. And then I'll have, my meal and then you can kind of go back to fruit afterwards. Mhm. Great. Well, thanks everyone for being here. And we're here every week. So we'll see you next week. And yeah, feel free to put any chats in our questions in our group and we'll get to them.
Thank you, Rita.
Mhm.
Thank you, Rita.
Good call.
Thanks.
you.
Bye.
Bye.